Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I got another combo video ready for you guys today. This time it's on my Endymion Pendulum. I know this has been requested quite a few times already, so I figured I should go ahead and get those done and over with. And I apologize for the absence. I've had a pretty crap schedule all week long, so I haven't been able to make any videos. But anyway, I'm back now, and I figured now is a good time as any to continue on my combo videos. I'm going to try to get as many more of them as I can for the before I have to go to the regional next Saturday, because I'll be competing myself. I'll most likely be using my Trickstar deck, which I actually made some updates on recently, and it's been working out pretty well. Anyway, so this deck requires, uses up a lot of counters, so you're probably going to need a lot of dice, especially if you want to take this to a local or regional. And like before, I'm just going to show you two different hands, one going first, one going second, just so y'all guys get a general idea. And I'm going to try to go through these combos as quickly as I can, because pendulum decks in general just take a while, and they take up a lot of time, so yeah. Alright, so opening hand is Dark Worm, Harmonizing Magician, Purple Poison, Chronograph, and Mythical Beast Master Server. So actually off to a great start here, and there's actually quite a lot we can do with. So let's start with activating Master Servers, have him pop himself to add a Jackal King. There's actually one on the bottom of the deck. Alright. Next, go ahead and normal summon your Supreme King Darkworm so you can get your Gate 0 out. Also on the bottom of the deck. What the hell? Alright. So, now this is where things get pretty fun. Go ahead and activate Chronograph Sorcerer on your Pendulum skill then, this time, and then have him pop himself so you can special summon your Time Gazer Magician, just so you can get yourself a free Electromite. Now, chances are I might not be able to make full use of the Endymions with this hand, but we're going to see what we can get out. As long as you can get a good board out with some negates, you should be fine, even if you didn't use your Endymion cards. I mean, this deck's got so many different packages, as I mentioned in the deck profile video, so depending on what you open up with will be what you're going to need to work with. Alright, next you're going to link them off for Electromite. Alright, so we got Electromite ready, and now you're going to go and use its effect to add whatever card you want to the top of your extra deck. If anything, I'd probably go with maybe Endymion, the Mighty Master of Magic, just because he's there already, and you could just pendulum summon him out later. Next up, you're going to go ahead and activate, you can either go with Gate 0 or Purple Poison. Let's go Purple Poison, that way we have a target to pop, because I'd rather have the Gate 0. So we're going to pop Purple Poison, so we can add back one of our cards. Let's add back Chronograph, just because he's a free summon. And then effect to draw, effect to special. So chain 1, chain 2, special. And we can go and special summon whatever other card we want. So let's go and summon out either Jackal King or Supreme King Gate 0 will do you just fine. But we have to wait till this chain resolves first, so first we get to draw a card. Okay, so let's go and special summon out Jackal King. So Jackal King's out, and then going to activate Pot of Desires. Just banish the top 10 cards of your deck. Actually, I forgot to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright. And then you draw your 2. And Mythical Beast Jackal King gets 2 counters because, you activated a spell. And let's see what we got. Okay, Oath Dragon and Citadel is actually not too bad. So, I'm going to go and activate your Citadel. Activate Oath Dragon Magician, and this bumps up our spell counters to 4 and then to 1 right here. Alright, and from here you pretty much just activate Harmonizing. I would rather just Pendulum summon her out, but I'm not going to be able to do that, but even then this is still fine. We can still get a pretty decent board from this. So this now has 2 counters because of that, and this now has 6 counters. So now we can go and perform our Pendulum Summon. We'll Pendulum Summon 3 monsters, 2 from extra deck, and 1 from hand. So from our extra deck, we'll summon out Endymion, the Mighty Master of Magic, and let's go with Purple Poison. Figured why not. I mean, we're just going to link it off with Electromite anyway, and from our hand, it's going to be Supreme King Gate 0, and then you're going to overlay Supreme King Gate 0 with Endymion. and go into Odd Eyes Absolute Dragon. And then, now you got two choices. You can just go into Zephyr Metaltron, which is Electromite and Odd Eyes Absolute. That way you can get your Vortex Dragon out. Because this card's got a pretty good effect if it's destroyed. So I'd rather just, have a way of disrupting my opponent. So let's go and just do that. So we're going to link off Electromite and Odd Eyes Absolute. Actually, everything goes to the grave. Just go into Zephyr Metaltron. And with that, we're going to go in, or with Absolute Dragon's effect, we're going to go and special summon out Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon. So now we got Recursion, as well as two different types of negates. One that specifically negates monsters. One that negates anything just by shuffling back one of these. And just to keep our card advantage going, let's go ahead and use Oath Dragon's ability since we have another Magician. We're just going to go and add back the Time Gazer Magician. That way we have something in hand and just give ourselves a little bit of card advantage. And that's pretty much it. Pretty interesting card. And it's actually a pretty good board if you really think about it. I mean, if you wanted to go the extra mile and go into Saryuja or something, you could, but it's too big of a gamble considering we only had no cards in hand anyway. So it'd be just kind of a waste. So I think this is actually good. Alright, so let me go and shuffle back everything else, and we're going to go and start with a different hand. And maybe if we're lucky, we can get a little bit more of the Endymion plays. I mean, we got something. I mean, yeah, I had Mighty Master of Magic, but the only card I would have been able to bounce back would have just been Jackal King or the Field Spell, and the Field Spell would have just been a waste. So I'd rather just stick with Vortex Dragon because I could at least recycle anything I wanted to. Alright. So now let's see what our hand will look like now. Alright, so this is going to be our going second hand, of course, and, well, let's see what we get. Okay, Pot of Desires again. Terraforming. Dragon Pit Magician. Okay, it's a skill A. We could make good use of that. Okay. Dragon Shrine and Spell Power Mastery. Okay, it's actually not too bad of a start. We can definitely get a hell lot of good spell counters now. But since we're going second, our opponent, builds his board. Our next card, it's another Pot of Desires. But that's actually okay. We can still make good use of this somehow. So let's start off with Terraforming. You're going to search out your Citadel. Oh, what the hell? Foolish Prayer wasn't the next card I would have drawn. That would have really been helpful. But oh well, it is what it is. And if I am able to go into Saryuja in this, with this hand, then we'll just lose the Pot of Desires. That way, it just kind of fixes my hand. Alright, so this goes. We activate that. Let's go and activate Dragon Shrine. That way we can dump our Supreme King Darkworm. And then this will place a counter on our Citadel again. And then Darkworm's effect will let us special summon him since we have no monsters. And we'll add our Gate 0 like we did last time. Where's Gate 0? Here it is. Alright, now this is where things get a little interesting. So let's go and keep building up our spell counters on this. Yeah, okay, so we're going to activate Spell Power Mastery. And with this, we're going to go and add a copy of Servant of Endymion. And this is going to place one counter because we activated a spell, plus a second counter. So we're actually going to have 3 counters on our Citadel of Endymion. Alright. Next, we're going to activate Servant of Endymion. So now we have 4 counters. But that's not all. Let's go and activate our Pot of Desires. Just to see what we can get out of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright. And then our 2 cards would be Destrudo and Mythical Beast Jackal King. So let's see what we banish, actually. Now I'm kind of curious. Okay, we lost Time Gazer, 2 of our Master Servers, 2 of our Harmonizing, and both of our Endymion, the Mighty Master of Magic. That really sucks. But it's fine. It is. We can still work with this. So now this has 5 counters. This has 1 counter. And that's usually the general trick with this deck. Like, you always got to keep up with your counters. Alright. So we actually got a lot to work with on this still. So let's go and activate Dragon Pit Magician. That places 2 counters. And we're now sitting at 6 counters. Okay. I can't activate Pot of Desires again, sadly, but we can actually still get a Pendulum Summon out of this. So let's go and do that. We're going to go and Pendulum Summon now. We're going to go and summon out Mythical Beast Jackal King, Destrudo, and Gate 0. Alright, so there's still plenty of options, so let's go and lose the Dark Worm and the Gate 0. Just because we can get an Electromite out at least. So let's go and do that. See what it can work out of this. So there's Electromite, and then we're going to go and use its effect to add whatever card we want. Let's just go for Chronograph, actually. And then we're going to use the Electromite's effect to pop the Dragon Pit Magician to add back Chronograph. Then its effect to let us draw. Chain 1, Chain 2 with Chronograph. We're going to special. And our card to draw is another Dark Worm. Okay. So, still not too bad, but we can still definitely do better. I'm going to go and activate Supreme King Dragon Dark Worm on the Pendulum skill, only because just to get a third counter on that Servant of Endymion. And this already has 7 counters. Next, we're going to use Servant's effect to remove all 3 of her counters to special. And then we're going to special summon a monster that we can place a spell counter on. My options are pretty limited, so let's go ahead and go for just another Jackal. So they both have 1 counter. But they're not going to stick around for very long. Oh, and this actually has 2 counters now, but I can't really do anything right now with it, so let's go ahead and link off 4 monsters. So let's go and lose Electromite, Destrudo, as well as let's go and get rid of this one because it only has 1 counter on it. So, and we're gonna just go straight for the Saryuja, just see what we can still go with. So now I can put the counters on this one because like I don't have enough dice, so that's why I did it that way. So effect, we draw 4 cards, but we have to send 3 to the bottom. Okay, we got another Dark Worm, Harmonizing Magician, Oath Dragon, and Terraforming. So I guess we'll lose the spells because we don't really need that many anymore. And let's just lose the Dark Worm because we already got 1 ready. Alright. So next, we can go ahead and use Saryuja's effect to special summon that Oath Dragon Magician, and we'll just overlay both Chronograph as well as Oath Dragon to go into Norito. And that's pretty much it. I mean, it's not the best board, but it's something, you know? Like, the fact that Pot of Desires wiped out, like, almost all my key combo pieces. At least with Mythical Beast Jackal King, we can remove counters from here instead. That way it doesn't, like, we don't neg on the counters it already has. So, again, not the best hand, but it's doable. So, and that's pretty much how this board has to end on this, sadly. But, it's something. Anyway, hope you guys enjoy these combo videos, and I'll catch you guys again next time.